I'm going to try to push out maybe one of these one-play film studies almost every day until people get tired of it or until I exhaust all the film that I have. But I have a ton of film saved up from 2021 and 2020, and I'd like to just get some of the stuff out. This is two throws late in the game against the Cleveland Browns up in Cleveland. Lamar got hurt early in this game. Tyler Huntley came in, threw two touchdown passes. This is the second fourth down that he converted on this drive by pass, and actually it's the third fourth down, that Huntley and the Ravens converted in the fourth quarter, when they scored two touchdowns and ended up losing 24-22. I want to talk about this in terms of historical perspective. This is actually the third time the Ravens have beat the Browns on this route. And what I mean by this route is the tight end just running up the seam around the 10-yard line. Lamar has a touchdown pass against the Browns that I think I actually did a film study on with other plays packaged with it maybe 2 weeks ago, but I don't for the life of me remember if it was 2019 or 2020 film, to be honest with you, but it's the same concept. Andrews running right by a linebacker, outside release in terms of the hash. And what I mean is, he's not veering off inside the hash. He's running outside of whatever defender he encounters, at the hash. So in this case, it's an inside linebacker, and he's outside release of him and just defeating him easily. There's too high safety alignment. The backside safety was unable to get over there. If you think about what just happened, the previous play, the 4th and 6, and Bateman beats Greedy Williams man-to-man. Okay, I think it was Greedy Williams backside, number 26. So this safety on the previous play, and we'll get back to it in a minute, he was not over here. He was not over there on that 4th and 6. He was over to this side with the bunch. So now, and I don't know if it's causality, I don't know if it's just related to it, whatever, but they choose not to leave Bateman alone. That's what we want, right? We want our ex-receiver to win enough battles backside that it forces the defense to leave the backside safety over there. Just numbers-wise, that works for us over here to the trip side, okay? Let's run one more time, and then we'll pull it back to the 4th and 6, which was, a great throw, great catch, great route by Bateman. It wasn't horrible coverage by Greedy Williams. I mean, he's a pretty good player, but you're going to see that this is cover zero. Man here, all right, and there's going to be 6 pass rushers. This is bunch right A, and if you've watched my channel enough, you know that I contended in Greg Roman's offense or the Ravens' offense recently, when it's bunch right A, the running back is going to leak out into the flats to the right. Remember the Bears game this year that Huntley played the whole game in? We killed the Bears on that route. He was he being Freeman had like maybe 6 or 7 catches, 3 or 4 of which coming on that route. Great ball, under pressure, great catch by Bateman. Awesome stuff. So there's going to be a free rusher. The free rusher is going to come from here because they're playing cover zero. So we've got 5 blockers, the 5 O-linemen, and they're rushing 6 and playing straight man on everybody else. What we've got to do is we've got to win enough balls backside here with this X receiver, whether it's Bateman or whoever it is, to dissuade people from doing this. Or just keep beating the hell out of them over here. But there's got to be an exit here to the backside that's going to win these routes and allow Mark Andrews and whoever else is over here to the front side to do their work. Hopefully, I keep forcing that backside safety to be there like the previous play. I actually do like the routes, to be honest with you. Andrews running, you can see the yard to go is right here. Andrews just running a little into all this space. Duvernay's route is nothing. It's not a part of the progression. It would be absolutely late. And, obviously, Huntley chooses to go to the backside X. So Duvernay is not an option, I don't think, here. Last option would be, Brown running over the middle, onto all this vacated space. But you can see the cover zero leaves this space for Andrews to run onto, and then this space for Brown to possibly run onto, and then all this space up here for Bateman to run onto. We'll have these opportunities if people want to go cover zero. It's 4th and 6, so I understand why they did it. The protection scheme, broke down a little bit. You have essentially a tight 5 in Garrett. Excuse me, that's not Garrett. Jadeveon Clowney, who's going to he's going to pin himself intentionally to the inside. All right, this guy's going to rush off the edge. And then this linebacker is going to let Clowney cross in front of his face and then go around Tyree Phillips, the right tackle. Tyree Phillips takes that inside linebacker blitzing because he's the closest gap, the closest guy. So this is very similar to the Miami game in that Tyree Phillips has 2 guys to handle, one on the inside, one on the outside. No matter what choice he makes, it's going to be a bad one. In any case, a lot of pressure, Great throw, a lot of guts by Tyler Huntley. What a blessing it is to have a guy like that as your backup. I don't know how you feel as a Ravens fan, but just first of all, great to see a guy get an opportunity and then take advantage of it. It was unfortunate that we had to not be able to see Lamar play for him to get that advantage, and we had to lose football games as well. But you're talking about a guy who didn't get drafted, and the Ravens were able to pick him up, and now he's hopefully carving out a career for himself. I love it from the standpoint of, we've got him and he's a guy of value, and he can make throws like this. I know people say he doesn't have a strong arm, whatever, fine. He had some good games late in the season. His touchdown to interception ratio obviously wasn't real great. I was successfully able to keep this video under 6 minutes. Let me know if you guys are enjoying these. You can see, like I pointed out earlier, this route will be too short on a 4th and 6, probably going to be a tackle short of the line to go. Andrews running onto that space here off screen. You have Brown running onto that space there as well. Love the throw. Love the second throw here again down into the red zone, to get us within 24-22. Of course, if we hadn't gone for 2 on the previous touchdown, we could have gone for 2 at this point and actually tied the game. But here we were down by 3, so we kicked the extra point to get down by 24-22. But that's an old argument and an old discussion for another day. Appreciate you guys checking out the video. Let me know what you think.